Hey, Kate. We're all just about ready to go home, but I don't see you. Where did you run off to? Don't tell me you left already.
Oh, sorry. I just remembered a really important errand that I needed to take care of just now. My bad.
Oh, I thought you just said that you were going to go to the bathroom.
Well, yeah, I did go to the bathroom, and that is when I remembered the important thing. That was totally my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you nervous right when we were all about to go home. You know me, though. I can be such a space cadet.
Well, why didn't you tell us that you were going to be leaving? I mean, we're waiting around here for a while thinking you were coming back.
Oh, what? Did you really do that just for me? You didn't have to do that. You should have just gone without me.
Well, we did because we're friends and wouldn't just leave without you.
Oh, you really are too kind. You know that, right, Lisa?
That isn't really why we were waiting around. You still have to pay for your share.
Sorry, what? What do you mean?
I mean that you left without telling any of us as soon as we asked for the check. You went home without paying. We all had to split it between us before we could leave the restaurant.
Oh, right. That whole thing.
Yes, Kate, that thing. Are you messing with me right now or something?
What? No. How could you say that? Sorry. I really wanted to pay, but I just had to go all of a sudden. It was an emergency. It was such an emergency that I couldn't even tell you all that I had to leave. So I really am sorry, but it isn't like it's that big of a deal, right? I mean, splitting one person's meal and drink between all of you? You were all barely paying more than you already were, right?
Sure, this time. But you do realize that this isn't the first time you've done this, right? It's not even the second or third, for that matter.
What? What do you mean?
I think you know exactly what I mean. Just what makes you think that you can keep treating us this way, huh? I mean, you always come up with some excuse to leave right at the end and before we all have to pay.
An excuse? I don't have excuses. I just get really busy sometimes. You shouldn't be talking about your friend like this, you know.
Why? I think that I'm just being honest with how you've been acting.
Look, Lisa, I promise that it isn't like I'm doing it on purpose. Please, you're making me feel really bad right now.
Well, you make us feel bad every time that you do this to us, so can you please stop?
Okay, come on now. You're just blowing this out of proportion. It really isn't even that big of a deal.
Tell me, just how many times have we had to treat you because you run off before it's time to pay?
Why would I keep track of something like that? You're taking this way too far. Besides, I know that you guys aren't treating me for free or anything. It is just that I'm a busy woman and sometimes I get pulled away right when it's time to pay is all. But I really think that you're worrying about this way too much.
I'm sorry, but you don't get to tell me or us how much we get to worry about this. I mean, do you realize that the amount you owe us is building up to be quite a sum? Right?
You're always such a nitpicker. If you tried to charge me for every single time I had to borrow some pocket change, then of course I'd be broke.
Well, you did this again just recently. Don't you remember when we all went to Costco together?
Costco? With you all? No, I don't really remember that at all. I'm sorry.
Well, I do. And you ran away again when it was time to pay for all your stuff. You asked me to hold your place in line, made me take your cart, and then you never came back. And you never paid me back either.
Oh man, isn't that story great? I always feel so exclusive when we go there.
Kate, did you read what I said? You never paid me back for that day, and I want you to.
Pay you back? For what again? What are you talking about?
Why do you think that it's okay to make me pay for your groceries, huh? I really want to know.
Okay, I think that you just need to calm down, Lisa. There is no need to get so upset over something as little as this.
Well, what about today at the cafe? You ran off right after we asked for the check. I mean, this is why we don't like to invite you out to things, because you always do stuff like this.
Okay, I think that you're being just like a little too honest with me now. Of course I'm not so easily hurt by words, but still.
Well, I wish you would be at least a little affected by what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, look, I think it's fine, okay? So let me know the next time that you're going to Costco so we can go together.
Are you even reading the messages that I'm sending you?
I am telling you that you need to pay me back for the last time we went. Well, sure, of course I'm going to pay you back, but there's no rush, right? What are you, some kind of loan shark or something? It's just a little money.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I just think that if I don't push you a little, you will never pay me back at all.
Okay, fine. I get it, okay? Next time we go to Costco, I promise to pay for my own things. I swear it.
You are literally promising to do the bare minimum of what a person should do. Of course you ought to pay for your own things.
Why are you still making such a big deal out of this? I swore I would pay. Isn't that good enough?
I really don't think that you're listening to a single thing that I've been saying to you this whole time.
Anyways, I'm so looking forward to our next Costco trip. When are we going to go, by the way?
Before I answer that, why don't you tell me when you're going to pay me back for the last time we went, plus today's bill? You still haven't paid me back for anything.
I told you that it will be fine. We can talk about it while we're at Costco together, okay?
No! I want to talk about it now, Kate.
Hey, Lisa. It's been a while since you last went to Costco, right? I bet you must be planning a trip there pretty soon.
I guess word about my grocery habits travels quickly around these parts, huh? Let me guess. You want to come with me?
Oh, thank you so much. You're the best. You are going to come and pick me up, right?
You need me to go and pick you up again?
Well, duh. I mean, it's not like a super close drive for me. And I really don't want to go out there all by myself.
Sometimes your level of selfishness and laziness still surprise me. But sure, whatever. I can go and pick you up. I'll let you know when I'm headed toward your place.
Aw, thank you so much. You really are the best, Lisa. I know you say some harsh things, but it's just because we're pals. I understand.
That isn't why I speak to you the way that I speak to you, Kate.
Anyways, I'll be waiting here. Just let me know when you're coming. I have so many things that I want to buy there.
That's fine. But don't forget that whatever you put in the cart, you're buying, okay? I should be there in about an hour.
Yes, of course. I got it. We're going to have such a blast today.
Yeah, a real riot, I bet. Anyways, see you in a bit. Kate, where did you go? Where are you right now?
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's just about our turn to go up to the cash register and pay. Should I just leave your cart behind?
No, it's fine. Just pay for it and we can figure it out afterwards. No problem.
Excuse me?
Yeah, sorry. I just wasn't feeling really great, so I ran to the bathroom. You know how these things go. Anyways, you pay and I'll meet up with you in a second.
You know what? I think I'm feeling a little under the weather too. Maybe I'll leave as well.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean that I really think that I'm just going to go home without buying anything. But I don't really feel like returning everything, so I just left your cart in line. You can come get it once you're done.
Wait, what are you talking about right now?
I just mean that your cart will be waiting for you to pay for once you come out. But I don't know, the person on this register doesn't exactly look like the most friendly person. I'm not sure they would take kindly to someone leaving their full cart in line while they ran off.
Wait, you did what? Hold on just a second. What am I supposed to do?
I think you'll have to come back here and claim your cart. I mean, you're just in the bathroom, right? I just reached my car, so I'm about to take off now.
Wait, what? You're leaving soon? Well, how am I supposed to get home then? We came together in your car.
I'm sure you can figure out some way to get home, right? I just really don't feel well, so I want to leave early. And I have some other emergency errands that just popped up. I have to go.
What are you talking about? There is no way any of that is real. Do you really expect me to buy that?
Wait, what? You think that I'm lying about those things? But aren't they the same exact excuses you gave when you ran off? I'm only saying the same things you always do.
No, it's different. It's not the same.
Are you sure that you just haven't been lying to everyone this whole time?
Of course I haven't been lying. I've always been honest with you all. Please, if this is just like a joke, I really don't find it funny, okay?
Are you still on the toilet, Kate? I sure hope that you feel better soon. Anyways, I guess I'll see you around at the preschool when we pick up our kids?
No, wait. You can't just leave me here. What are you doing? Are you really going to go home without me? What about all the groceries? I mean, I don't even have my own car here. What am I supposed to do? Hello? Lisa? Are you even there? Hello? Lisa, are you reading my messages? Okay, Lisa, this little prank has gone on far enough. Time to cut it out now. You aren't really going to just leave me here, right? You can't be serious, right? Do you think I'll really let you get away with this?
Oh, hey, Kate. Did you finish paying?
Yes, I did, for your information. And it was a major pain. The guy at the register was super scary. And he was glaring at me the whole time while I had to take some things out of my cart that I wasn't going to get.
Well, I really can't blame him. I mean, you were practically buying enough to feed your whole family and then you just ran away from your cart? I bet the employees there must hate it when customers do that kind of thing.
But I didn't do it. You did. This was all your fault. It had nothing to do with me. Nothing at all.
What are you talking about? I only did what you always do anytime that we go out together.
It is all your fault that I put so much into my cart to begin with. You were encouraging me to fill it up with everything I showed interest in. Well, now you have to do something about this. You turn around. Come pick me up. Pay for all of this right now. Do you hear me?
Why would I do that?
Why would you do what? Which part?
I mean, all of it. But why should I have to pay for what you bought?
What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? You made me pay for all of this and then you ran off. Is this some kind of joke? Are you stupid or something? Of course I'm going to make you pay for all of this.
Something about this whole scenario just seems so familiar.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
It means that you've put not only me, but other women from our friend group in the same position over and over again. And yet not once have you showed any self-awareness for how often you do it.
What does that have to do with anything? Stop trying to change the subject with me.
They're all part of the same subject. What are you talking about? As for the stuff in the cart, I just didn't really feel like buying any of it anymore, and I'm certainly not going to be paying for any of it. Besides, you already got all of it, right? It's a good thing that you have so much food to bring home now.
What are you talking about? That isn't what happened at all. Besides, I don't need half of this stuff. And just how am I supposed to get home anyways?
You could always call your husband and ask him to go and pick you up, right? Though I suppose you are going to have a bit of a hard time explaining why you're at Costco all by yourself.
I can't believe that you've done this to me. I thought that you and I were friends.
I think that was all you. I never once thought that. In fact, all of us in the group were thinking of seriously making you pay us everything you owe us.
What? What do you mean, pay you back what I owe you?
You know, we added it all up and combined, you owe us $3,000.
What? I owe you $3,000? For what? How did you arrive to that number?
Because we started saving receipts and keeping track of how much you were making us pay for you. You made that number.
Wait a second. Just hold on. You can't be serious, right? This has got to be some kind of big joke or something, right? Well, fine. I get it. I'm the punchline, okay? I realized that what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that we're way past solving this with a simple apology. You have a debt that you need to pay, and if you won't, then we'll make your husband pay.
What? What does my husband have to do with any of this? You don't need to tell him about any of this. I'll pay, okay? Just please don't tell him anything.
I'm sorry, but you burned through your trust with us a long time ago. There's no way that we would believe you now. We're going to explain everything to your husband and make him pay since you won't. There's nowhere for you to run to now. Do you get it?
Wait, come on, Lisa. Let's just talk about this calmly. Please, we really don't have to get my husband involved. I can't stand it when he gets mad, and I'll never hear the end of it. Please don't do this.
Oh, it's too late. We already made up our minds. Whatever happens after that is your problem. All we want from you now is the money that you owe us.
Come on, no. You're just blowing this out of proportion. There is no need to go this far, right? I mean, friends lend money to friends all the time, right? It's just what friends do.
Have you read a single thing that I've been sending you? You owe us $3,000. This isn't just some pocket change that we're talking about. So, are you going to pay us back or not?
No, please, I never meant to borrow that much. I just get so forgetful and leave my wallet at home. But I never realized that I was doing it that often. Please, this is all a big misunderstanding.
If it was once or twice, I might have believed it, but we know this is just a pattern for you. You say that you forgot your wallet, disappear before the check comes, and come to the next meetup like nothing happened.
No, it isn't like that. I promise.
Okay, I've had just about enough of this. If you pay us back, then this can all end here, okay? But after this, none of us want anything to do with you ever again. We don't even want to hang out with you anymore. Do you understand? You're now just another woman whose kid goes to the same preschool as ours. But aside from that, we never want to have to deal with you again.
So, you're just going to kick me out of the group just like that?
How about you pay us back first, and then try negotiating with us, okay? Anyways, good luck getting home from Costco. See ya! Kate, not wanting her husband to find out what had happened, decided not to call him. Instead, she carried as much of the groceries as she could and walked the several-hour-long way back home. But by the time she had arrived home, Lisa and the other women were already at her house explaining everything to Kate's husband. Despite her best efforts, Kate couldn't hide the truth from him anymore. He agreed to pay for his wife's debts, but after that, their marriage only got worse and worse. Apparently, now they're separated, and the other moms from the preschool have been keeping their distance from Kate as well.
Wow, you must have been hungry. My appetite has definitely come back now. Aren't you going to eat anything?
No, I'm on a diet. I've just started yoga.
You're really sticking to it well, aren't you? You don't look like someone who got divorced only 1 week ago, you know. You look happy and alive, actually. I don't think you're going to regret getting divorced, then. I regret marrying him, don't I? There's no reason for me to regret the divorce. That's really lucky. Anyway, how are you doing lately, Lauren?
It doesn't make much difference to me whether I'm divorced or not, to be honest.
It's the same either way, is it?
If you can't heal the scars, it doesn't make much of a difference, I don't think.
Oh, you still haven't recovered from that, then? Do your sisters-in-law still appear in your dreams as well?
They appear so clearly that I can even see tiny details, like their fingernails, you know? I'm so fed up of it all now.
They really were the worst, your ex-sisters-in-law.
You should have said that you wanted to get divorced because of your husband, you know. Saying that you were getting divorced because of your in-laws really isn't it.
Your ex-husband was in the wrong, wasn't he? Look at her! She's put down her knife and fork to listen now that we've started talking about divorce. This salad is really good. Why don't you try it? Her husband was a bit useless, really, wasn't he? Your ex-husband was the strange one. He was so twisted up with his family. Surely he should stick up for his wife, the one who gave birth to his kids. He was so ridiculous. In the end, when the kids all grow up, it's your wife that you have to live with. You don't live with your parents or your siblings, do you?
I really love the spirit you have since you got divorced, though. It's really nice to see. To tell you the truth, it was all a bit strange. When we decided to get married, I really liked him and thought that we would be good together. That's why I did it. But divorce? I'm not sure.
You're only saying that because you had only just got married and were still newlyweds.
No, it's not really that. I can just remember Mom and Dad fighting when I was young and crying because it made me feel so scared. But the next day, we all just ate dinner together like nothing had ever happened. When Gran came, Mom calmed down a bit and Dad got less mad frequently. And they've lived like that right up until this day. Mom and Dad's relationship is so good now. They say that they don't need us and are fine on their own. That's really good for me to hear. If they'd separated, I think I'd have found it a lot more difficult.
But you're talking about two people who are in a good relationship, aren't you? There are a lot of couples that hate each other but are only living together because they have no choice, you know? That's different, surely. How difficult must they have had it all these years to finally decide to divorce when they're in their twilight years? Staying with someone they didn't want to up until now because they didn't feel like they had any other choice?
But my ex-husband wasn't the problem, was he? Even though he never defended me against his family and believed every single word that they said, he was just a kind, honest man. Him being like that with his family was the one bad thing about him. It was a real shame.
She says it was a shame. I really can't believe you sometimes.
Don't be like that, Sonia. She must have her reasons to be acting like this.
She got divorced, had to go to work in another city, and only just arrived back here after all. We haven't even heard what Lauren has to say for herself, have we? Let's listen to what she has to say before judging her like that.
To tell the truth, I really, really regret my divorce.
What? You regret it? Really? Let's listen to her for a minute. Why? Why do you regret your divorce?
I know that this will probably hurt your pride, but the people around you know that you're a divorcee, don't they? Everyone interferes. Everyone and his dog interferes in my business.
What do you mean?
Interfering coworkers are just the start. It's like they have a right to have a say in my life.
Did you just put up with it all?
If I try to answer back or defend myself in the slightest even, everyone just glares at me like I couldn't possibly be in the right. I am the divorcee. The problem must be with me. Everything ends up like this.
That really sucks.
That's not all either. All of these crazy guys seem to choose people who don't have husbands and just annoy them and test them. I guess they think we're an easy target or something.
What do you mean? What kind of guys? Did you shout that you got divorced through a loudspeaker or something?
My ex-husband seems to have told everyone. Everyone knows, from the old estate agent who works in our apartment complex right down to the delivery driver and the guy who sorts the electric. Seeing as they know that I'm alone, they ask if they can use the bathroom and come into my house.
Why do you let them use the bathroom in your house when you're home alone? Have you lost your mind?
They say that they're desperate and they're in the middle of their work. What am I supposed to do? Then they come in and look at the photos on the walls and see how many toothbrushes there are to see if I live alone or not.
That's really scary. Has all of this actually happened to you?
Of course. Do you think I was making it all up just to tell the two of you a good story or something?
Wow. That really is scary.
I thought my ex-husband was the most useless and annoying person. I really didn't realize that I'd miss him that much. Now that I'm on my own again, I keep wondering where the kind, honest man that I married went. I just find myself waiting for my son to grow up a bit.
Really?
Can I be even more honest with the two of you?
Go ahead.
That's not the only time I miss him, you know?
What do you mean?
I miss having him next to me. It just feels so empty and lonely without him there.
I can't believe you. If you feel like that, maybe you can meet some men no strings instead to try to fill that void.
I'm worried that people will spread rumors about me and it'll get back to my work and family if I did that. That would make the situation even worse for me than it is already. That's why I met him again, just that once.
What? You met your ex? You really have lost your mind. Were you together? Just the two of you?
Yes, we were.
You aren't thinking of getting back together, are you?
I'm not sure, really. It's just a shame that everything had to end like that, you know? It seems to be really hard for me to accept.
If he could just sort out the problem with his family for me, I think that I'd want to get back with him, you know? You really have lost your mind, haven't you? A leopard never changes his spots, you know. You've divorced him once. Why do you think that things will be different this time? Why are you talking so badly of him anyway? None of this has anything to do with you, after all. So what? What do you mean, so what? So I went to the convenience store and got a sandwich and some chips and ate them on the way home, didn't I? You still have another 90 days left to work there, don't you? What are you supposed to do if the place you've been dispatched to doesn't even have a restaurant nearby? It's in the middle of nowhere. What do you expect? You can't just buy food on the way to work every day, can you? It's all really frustrating. I'm actually thinking about quitting my job, to be honest. You're thinking of quitting your job just because they sent you to work somewhere where there isn't a restaurant? That's going a bit far, I think. I was just saying that that's how I feel. Not that I'm actually going to quit over it. Anyway, while we're on the subject of the lack of restaurants near where I'm working at the moment, would you be able to make me a packed lunch? It'd be a bit difficult, right? Well, it wouldn't be easy. Yeah, I know that it's not an easy ask. Some of my married coworkers sometimes bring lunch boxes to work that their wives have made for them for fun, especially when they are still in their newlywed phase. It makes me quite jealous, actually. There's nothing quite like home-cooked food now, is there? These days, most of the wives must have jobs outside of the house as well. How do they have the time to make their husbands' lunch boxes and things like that? To be honest, I think thinking about doing it is more difficult than just doing it. I'm sure it wouldn't be too much of a problem if you just put your mind to it. I already get up at 5 a.m., get your breakfast ready for you, go to work, and get home at 8 p.m. Don't you think that making you a packed lunch on top of all of that isn't maybe a bit too much for one person to do? I guess it would be, wouldn't it? It would, yes. Why does you saying that make me feel like I don't really matter or something? You really are too much sometimes, you know? Why do you think I'm strange for feeling like that? Don't you think it's a bit too much to ask of me? It's not like I'm at home all day. I already have to get up at 5 a.m. to get everything I need to do done before I leave for work. I'm pretty sure that my coworkers' wives work outside of the house as well. How do they manage if it's such a difficult thing to do? Everyone has their own routines, energy levels, and things that they want and don't want to do, don't they? You mean to say that you just don't want to make me a lunchbox then? That means something's not quite right. How could not wanting to get up even earlier every morning to make you a lunchbox mean that there's a problem? When I was a student at college, there was this girl that I liked so much that if she told me to jump out of the window, I would have done it without question. If she'd say that she'd date me, no. If she'd have said she'd marry me, I'd have done anything for her. I'd have happily spent the rest of my life washing her feet, doing all the washing up and housework for her. Anything. I really would have done anything for her. I liked her so much. Well, you must have been really happy to have a girlfriend that you liked that much, mustn't you? Why are you telling me all of that anyway? Are you trying to make me mad or something? I'm just trying to make you realize that giving can make you feel better than receiving. That's all. You can feel better from doing things for others than for others doing things for you. It's just made me feel a bit sorry for you, being someone who has never known that kind of happiness. That's all. Why are you going on like this? It's only a lunchbox. I don't know why you feel that you have to go on about it so much. Why are you so ridiculous? I was just trying to explain to you that the devotion felt through loving someone has no limits, and you just call me ridiculous. You really are too much sometimes, you know. What was she making when she said that? What do you eat at home anyway? Mom, why do you always ask me the same questions over and over again? It's really annoying. Just stop bothering me like that. That's why, if there's something that you want to eat, you come to my place, isn't it? You're saying that you were trying to make noodles and burnt yourself on the hot pan, aren't you? It isn't like you were working in a restaurant with huge boiling pots, is it? I just suddenly wanted to eat the noodles that you used to make us on rainy days when we were young. That's all. Do you think I brought you up as well as I did for you to marry a girl that doesn't even make you any food before she goes out? and makes you burn your finger trying to do it yourself. When you were studying for your exams, I felt so sorry for you sitting there by yourself at all hours that I didn't go to bed either and sat next to you doing cross-stitch, you know. Mom, Whitney's really busy with her own work at the moment, you know. Don't take her aside. She deserves to be beaten to a pulp, you know. She makes me so mad. Did you let her stay at home for 1 year? 2 years? If you've done that much for her, surely she should at least make you some food before she leaves the house every day. I really don't believe the nerve of her, just leaving without making anything for you to eat. She's so busy preparing to open her shop, you know. I think I'm going to. Mom, what are you doing? I'm going to call her and tell her what I think of her. That's what. Don't, Mom, it's not worth it. It really isn't. So I'm not even to call her now, am I? My useless daughter-in-law who brought nothing to this family and just lives comfortably in the house I got for the two of you. Not even feeding my son. Do you think I'm scared of her or something? I'll tell her what I think. That's what I'm going to do. Mom, don't, please. It'll just make things worse. How could it possibly get worse? I've got you a huge apartment in the middle of the city. How many in-laws can do that, do you think? She thinks that she can walk all over us, does she? Well, I'm not having it. She needs to know how good she has it. She really does. Zach! What, Mom? You do what you want from now on. If you want to not work and mess around for 5 years, do it. You don't need to worry about the loan from the apartment or anything like that anyway, do you? There are other girls who work their socks off just to pay off the loans they had to take out just to move into a tiny little room, you know. That's the kind of girl that you need to see. She's just too used to living without a care in the world now. That's her problem. Zach? What, Mom? Don't get cold feet. You have to stand your ground, you know. I've told you, even if you don't work for 5 years, there's nothing that useless wife of yours can say to you. She really needs to be knocked to her senses. She came into this family with nothing and hasn't contributed anything since either. She should be grateful that she was even allowed to marry you, you know. How dare she not even make any food for you before leaving for the day? It makes me so angry and sad. Mom, what on earth's wrong with you today? I told you, Whitney's been really busy preparing to open her shop these days. It's been 3 days, that's all. She's always made food for me before then. Stop sticking up for her! Oh, my poor boy. I knew that something wasn't right. I wanted to come here to see what was going on for myself, you know. You're stuck in that house all day, aren't you? I wondered what you were eating and things like that. Oh, I wish I hadn't come now. Mom, did you get this burger from the shop down the road? Yes, I did. It's really good, isn't it? It is. Time to start exercising. I better start recording now. I have to check my form, of course. Oh, so what did your mom tell you to do? She told me to knock you to your senses. What? How could she say something like that to you? She really has crossed the line this time. Well, if you look at it from her point of view, you can see why she is mad, can't you? To her, me eating properly is like the most important thing in the world, you know? That's true for all parents, isn't it? But how could she possibly tell her son that he should beat his wife just because I didn't make breakfast for him for 3 days? Did you just accept what she was saying? You didn't try to stick up for me or anything? Do you think telling me this would make me feel good? She asked. What was I supposed to say? I only told her that because she specifically asked me about it, you know? Look, you're not a child. You're a fully grown man. Stop making excuses now. How old are you? What? I'm not making excuses. You don't even know how much you're going to make with this new shop of yours, do you? You're being a bit of a know-it-all right now. All I did was answer Mom's question. Why are you insulting me like this? You think making money is easy, don't you? You really are something, you know. I guess Mom was right. I should listen to her and not just let it all go in one ear and out the other like I sometimes do. I don't know what your mom said about me, but I think you should think about what you've just done. Do you think that telling me that your mom told you to beat me up would make me feel good? I really don't understand why you thought that telling me that would be a good idea. You're an adult, a grown man. You're perfectly capable of getting your own breakfast for a few days if I'm too busy to do it before I go to work. I really don't see why you're making such a fuss about it. I'm not working at the moment, am I? Mom just came up to see if I was doing okay or not because she was worried about me, you see. Of course she was angry when she saw that I hadn't even had any breakfast. How couldn't she be? Of course she'd feel sorry for me. If she feels that strongly about it all, you could have kept living with her so that she could feed you, wash you, and put you to bed, shouldn't you? Why did she even let you get married and move out if that's what she wanted? Don't you think that you were even slightly in the wrong for going out without getting my breakfast ready? Why is the woman the only person who has to cook? It's not like I'm at home all day, is it? Surely if the woman is at work and the man is at home, he could cook instead of her to help her out. Why on earth did you get married if you're incapable of even making your own breakfast? You should have just kept living at home so that your mommy could make your food and tend to your every need, shouldn't you? Do you think I got married so that I could make my own food? So even though I'm so busy at the moment that there aren't even enough hours in the day to get everything that I need to done, that I need at least 48 hours in a day instead of 24 if I was to finish all the things that I need to do, that I married you so that I could make you 3 meals a day? You're the one at home all day at the moment, and you know how busy I am. Am I really expecting too much asking you to make your own breakfast? I really don't see what the big deal is. What else do you have to do with your time? I really can't listen to any more of this, you know. Well, if your shop does well, I guess you'll need 72 hours in a day then, will you? I'm sure that'll happen for you. Don't worry. You really are being ridiculous, you know. Stop being like this. To be honest, you should be making your own food and getting dinner while you're waiting for me to come home. I'm working my fingers to the bone. I can't believe your mom told you that you should knock me to my senses for not getting your breakfast ready before I leave when you're unemployed and haven't even been getting up until noon for the last 10 months. I think you should be careful about what you say to me before I get really mad and start throwing things around. Your mom told you to beat me up. You're telling me to watch what I'm saying. I'm someone's precious daughter too, you know. Your mom should be feeling bad for me. I'm working all day while her son does nothing at home. He doesn't even help in the slightest with the housework or cooking. But no, she tells you to beat me up for not getting you breakfast. Your mom really is something else, you know. You better stop right now. Maybe I should stay home for 2 years like Mom said. Maybe that will make you come to your senses. You've been home for 10 months now, and I've never said anything. From when you said you were going to resign from your job right until now. I thought that you just needed time to sort yourself out. I didn't ask you to do anything and just left you to it. Who would have imagined that after 1 year of marriage, that my husband would just thoughtlessly quit his job like this? There's not a single woman alive who'd be happy with that. However, I just left you to do what you wanted for 10 months, thinking of the bigger picture rather than how I felt at that moment. I thought that you'd at least study or try to get some qualifications so that you could get a better or different job after all of this, but I guess I was wrong. I was going to do that. I was looking for work and deciding what I wanted to do next. What do you mean you were looking? What exactly were you looking for? Does enrolling in classes take a whole 10 months? What exactly have you achieved in the last 10 months? You've played computer games. That's all you've done. Do you want me to go out drinking and get blank drunk every night instead or something? Who said anything about that? I want you to enroll in classes and study so you can get the job you want in the future, not to just waste your time. You could train to be an electrician so that you could find work in the apartment maintenance team or something like that at the least. I want you to do something for your future. For our future. Or you could even go outside and meet your friends. That could also lead to work opportunities. If you don't want to study, do that. Go out and meet people and see if you can't get a new job that way. All my friends are busy at work, aren't they? Do you really think that I'd want to contact them when I'm the only one not working at the moment? He's ridiculous. I can't believe he's being like this. You are the head of this family, you know. You aren't a silly little boy living with your mom anymore. What's going to happen if I suddenly get pregnant or something? What on earth would we do then? Who said we were going to have a baby anyway? It would be nothing but a burden. So you should beat up your wife for not getting you breakfast, and a baby is just a burden. Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
How are you planning to get through all of that? You've put all of your severance pay from working at your former workplace for 12 years into it, haven't you?
I only put half of it in, actually.
Still.
What?
Do you think this is funny? You're running a business on your own. The rent is cheap, the location is rubbish. The restaurant is small, so the rent is cheap. And the other bills shouldn't come to that much either. You don't have to pay for staff either, do you? Is that why you're opening the restaurant here? What makes you think that it'll do well?
How much do you think I get per table here?
Looking at the prices you're charging, one meal is $12. So if two of us eat...
That's just over $20, right? That means if we both order, this table is worth over $20.
What I want to know is who in their right mind is going to come here and pay that to eat?
How can you not see it? They'll come and pay it because the location isn't good and there's nothing around. They don't have a choice. There's nowhere else for them to go and eat, you see. In the end, people aren't going to come here just because they have to eat, though. I'm going to make it so that they like my food so much that even when they don't live or work here anymore, that they'll come back just to eat it.
Are you really that confident in your cooking skills?
You know that I lived in Italy for 4 years before we got married, don't you? What do you think I did during my time there? I ate Italian food. I traveled around trying the same few dishes from lots of different restaurants. I know that I can make food good enough to charge these prices and still have people come here especially to eat my food.
How are you going to attract those customers here, the middle of nowhere, then?
I'm going to make the breadcrumbs on my cutlets so crispy and so delicious that they just can't resist. I'm going to make them order different items from my menu in the same way, using set menus. If I do that, I can make $30 per table of two.
I don't know. But listening to you talk about it, you definitely seem confident that you know what you're doing. It's just the beginning of your business venture, so I guess you'll just have to try your hardest and see how it goes. Here, I brought you some money for luck to make sure you do well.
That's so kind of you. You didn't have to.
I've given it to you in cash to kind of boast that we can afford it, I guess. Danny's dad added to it as well.
What? Are the two of you still seeing each other?
Yes, we are.
Are you seriously thinking of getting back with him then?
I'm still not decided about that quite yet.
What's wrong? Surely if it's you that ordered delivery food, you should be the one that goes out to collect it from the driver? Do I have to do that as well? It's 10 p.m. now, you know. So what? You had dinner. Why have you ordered delivery at this time? You've been doing this every day recently. It really isn't good for you, you know. Just leave me be. I'll do what I want to. Zach? What? I don't agree with only the man working and earning money, you know. I know. You're working, aren't you? You're doing very well, too. How much longer are you going to stay at home playing computer games all day long? I don't seem to be able to get a job. What else am I supposed to do? Do you think I'm lying or something? I've updated my resume, sent it to a load of companies, and even had some interviews, haven't I? What else am I supposed to do? I can't help it if all the companies are trash, can I? You've been for interviews at these, as you call them, trash companies, haven't you? It's not been that you've refused the jobs either. They've all rejected you, haven't they? I think I would have done the same if I'm honest. All you have is your university degree from years ago. You have no other certificates or anything to show that you're even trying to better yourself, have you? Why are you going on at me like this? You make me really mad when you talk like this, you know. Zach, I'll talk truthfully to you a minute. If you say you've been to 50 interviews and they all say the same thing, the problem isn't with the companies. It's with you. Stop it. I've had enough now. I'm going to go and play on the computer. As a married couple, we have a duty to support each other, don't we? That applies both ways. If you can't get the job you want at the moment, you should at least go and get a part-time job somewhere, surely. Are we starving? Do we have so little money that we can't eat or afford to live? I've got the severance pay I got when I left my old job. And Mom gives us money every month as well, doesn't she? Your mom is sending you half of the money she gets every month to stop you feeling bad about not working, isn't she? Your 70-year-old mom is giving you half of her hard-earned pension every month so that you can just play computer games all day. You're taking your elderly mom's money and not even trying to help yourself. Does that make you feel good? I'm really trying hard to restrain myself now. I suggest you stop. You don't have to restrain yourself. If you've got something to say, say it. I'm not saying all of this because we don't have any money and you know it. When I meet my friends, they all ask so many questions. That's why. They all want to know whether you're working again. What am I supposed to say to them? I told you to stop it. You know that I haven't told them that you're out of a job, don't you? They're all friends from college, and as we went to the same place, a lot of them either know both of us or are friends of friends. That's how they all know our situation. You told a few of them, and it spread just like that. Why would he brag to his friends that he was unemployed like it was something to be proud of? I really don't understand him sometimes, you know. I thought you said one of your old friends was going to contact you about the work you did for a couple of months at the end of last year. The director there swears and curses at his staff all the time. I told you that. It's not just you he was like that to, though, was it? When I started work, I made a mistake with how I addressed people, and I was shouted at and humiliated for days. They even started saying bad things about my parents and teachers for not teaching me properly. I wanted to just quit the job so badly, but I just kept remembering how pleased and proud my parents looked when I told them that I got the job, and just cried to myself on the way home every day for a while instead. I'd still have been going to a bar and getting drunk and crying, slagging off the director now. Most people who work for companies like that are the same, I'd imagine. So you're saying that I have to live like that just because other people do? I don't want to live like that. I'm working on something right now as it goes. Just you wait and see. I'm not messing around all day like you think I am, you know. What is it exactly that you're working on then? Selling secondhand cars. Excuse me? I just wanted to try something a bit different, that's all. Well, I guess I should think myself lucky that you're thinking of trying anything at all. I know there's no future in it, and he's just saying it to shut me up for a while, though. I'm not as stupid as he obviously thinks. Wow! This food tastes even better knowing that my precious Zach has bought it for me with money that he earned himself. And more than anything, men know how to spend their money properly. Even if the woman works outside the house as well, she can never do even half as well as her husband can. Mom, what about me? I only opened my restaurant at the beginning of the year and I'm already earning over $5,000 a month. On my own. Without even advertising. When you get settled down in your job a bit more and your income becomes a bit more stable, you'd better start trying for a baby. Okay, Mom. Don't worry about any of that now. Just enjoy your food. I am, don't you worry about that. You're so good at everything, aren't you, my boy? Anyway, Whitney. Yes, Mom? You better get yourself over to an OBGYN for a checkup, you know. Why would I need to do that? What do you mean? To see if everything is in good shape for you to get pregnant, that's why. Zach here is making a lot of money now, you know. He only started that job 10 days ago. How much could he have possibly earned in that time? It's strange that you couldn't seem to get pregnant before, you see. So it'd probably be in everyone's best interests if you went to the hospital and got yourself checked out. Mom, Zach used contraception. We both agreed on it, too. I can't rely on your useless son to make a living for us. And if I get pregnant, who's going to run the restaurant? You better see if it's even possible for you to get pregnant. You are very old now, you know. How could you have waited this long? Whitney, what is it now? You better listen to what Mom's saying. I'll go and get some prenatal vitamins from my friend tomorrow. He's a pharmacist, you see. Let's both start taking them. This is why they say having sons is a waste of time these days. He's never asked me if I needed any vitamins or got me anything like that. You already take different vitamins, don't you, Mom? That's not the same thing as you offering to get me some or thinking of me in any way at all now, is it? Okay, Mom. I'll make sure I get something for you at the same time. How much have you actually made to suddenly be splashing the cash like this? Don't start nagging me again. Concentrate on your food. Women can never compete with men where making money is concerned. Have you ever used your wages to buy me any vitamins or anything for that matter? See? Men are different. Look at Zach taking care of you from the moment he starts earning again. You are so lucky to have a husband like my Zach, you know. I brought him up so well, didn't I? If you say so. Your amazing, unemployed son. He's only worked for 10 days and he's already throwing money around like it's nothing. He must be spending a lot more than what he's earned, I'm sure of that. I really can't bear to look at him. Mom, I think I'm going to try some ginseng tablets too this time. Oh yes, they are great for men. Do you know a good place to buy them? Yes, my pharmacist friend sells them too. He recommended them to me, in fact. The used car brokerage service is like this, you see, Mom. Like what? From the minute you leave your house in the morning, you have to give it your all. And how many times has he actually tried that? How many times has he actually gone to work? I really can't bear to listen to any more of his rubbish, you know. I understand, even if you don't tell me everything. Why do you think that men die so much younger than women do? They have to look after their families, don't they? They work so hard to take care of them that they end up dying early themselves. I feel so sorry for men getting tied to their families like that, you know. Why on earth did I have to give birth to a son? Zach, I think you've had enough now. Why do you say that? Your clothes won't fit anymore if you eat much more. Leave him alone. Why are you talking about him like that? He's enjoying it. It's okay, Zach. Carry on. People have to eat, you know. Mom, Zach needs to be careful, you know. It's really not good for you for your belly to stick out like that. He can just go for a run or something after, can't he? He could, yes, but he doesn't. That's the problem. You shouldn't bother him like that when he's eating, though. You should be making sure he's eating properly and giving him some of your food as well. How could you tell my boy to stop eating like that? It's really out of order. I told you, didn't I? If we don't have any money to invest, we'll have to work our fingers to the bone. I don't think the restaurant business is for me, you know. What does it matter if it's for you or not? It's not a very good fit. Nothing's ever a good fit for you, though, is it? Is that why you spend the busiest part of the day in the games room on your phone? Because the restaurant business isn't a very good fit for you? It is. So what? You know that you have a problem, don't you? You were doing so well in your first workplace, but then quit because there was nowhere for you to eat on a placement they sent you on for a few months. You then went to interviews at no less than 30 companies, which were apparently not a good fit for you. You have to try your best for a long time to get anywhere in life, you know? You have to be in it for the long run. How long have you been working to give you the authority to take your husband into the back room of your restaurant like a naughty little schoolboy and start trying to teach him the ways of the world like he is a child? Do you think I'm getting mad for no reason or something? The bottom line is this. We need to live. That's why I asked you to help me out. What good is it to me if you can't pull yourself together and hide in the game room at our busiest time? Don't patronize me. I don't know exactly how well you're doing now and how well you're living, but I'd rather you didn't patronize me like you're someone who's made millions or something. Why did you give up on your used car business anyway? I quit because it made me really mad. I couldn't show my full potential because I kept having to deal with people who didn't even have any money. But there are always good jobs if you know where to look, so to be honest, I'm not worried. Do you know what your problem is? Your problem is that you still think you're amazing even when you aren't making any money. How can you even talk about things like not being able to show your full potential when you only even did the job for a few weeks? Your problem is that you still act like an amazing salesman even if you don't sell anything, or if you're losing money. You were busier spending than you were earning from the first month. How is that even possible? If you're as good as you think you are, what on earth are you doing here with me now? Do you think I want to be here? I'm not here now because I chose to be, am I? I'm here because you made me come here. Did you tell me to come here or did you not? To be honest, I can do all of this by myself, But you were just going to be messing around at home, so that's why I asked you to come here. Oh, so you hired a part-time worker because you can do it all by yourself, did you? I asked that worker to quit and got you to help instead, didn't I? I only hired a couple of workers to help me through the rush hour because the number of customers I get is getting bigger and bigger. That's why I went into the game room for a while. You had another part-time worker helping you anyway, didn't you? Why are you having such a go at me about nothing? We have no choice but to work hard like this. The part-time workers aren't the same as the boss now, are they? Unless you're actually sharing the profits with them, it's only right that the owner has to work hard because it's their business at the end of the day. It's going really well here at the moment, though, isn't it? Why are you being so dramatic? You have 2 workers to help you as well. We've only been open just over a year. You saying it's going well already is a bit ridiculous, really. For other people to be able to say that it's going well, we have to put our heart and soul into this business. Running a restaurant is not easy by any stretch of the imagination, you know. For someone who has only been in business for just over a year, you're talking like a right know-it-all, you know. They say that running a business is the most difficult thing that you can do. It's hard if you're doing well and hard if you aren't. So won't you please just listen to me so that we can make this business a success? You have nowhere else to go now anyway, do you? We have to see this through, the 2 of us, together. Do you think the reason I'm here is because I have nowhere else to go? I'm only here because you practically begged me to come. So if I told you to stop coming here and to find another job, could you do it? You're really starting to annoy me now, you know. You're being really mean, too. Do you want me to stop coming here? Is that it? No, that's not what I'm saying, and you know it. I'm just saying that we need to work hard, that's all. Why do you have to make it so hard for everyone else? Why should I have to plead with you like this just for you to do some work? Pleading? You really have gone too far now. Do you think I'd say all of these things if I didn't have to? Why can't you understand what I'm saying to you and how important it is that we both work hard? Let me just say this one thing. What is it? You're really good at what you're doing at the moment, aren't you? It might even have been your destiny. What is that supposed to mean? It means that you're getting mad because I'm not good at it, and you think that me coming to work with you here is ridiculous. I'm right, aren't I? It's impossible to speak to you sometimes, you know. This is why if the woman is good at something, like you are this, the man gets all tangled up in it, even if he doesn't want to be. It's just easier to think of it as your destiny, I guess. So you should just accept that and leave me out of it. How could he say things like that? It's like he isn't even human sometimes. If the woman is good at something, the man just gets pulled into it against his will? Don't make me laugh. I guess this is one of the reasons that people get divorced. He's really driving me insane lately.
What are you doing here? Is something the matter?
The restaurant isn't open today, so I've come out to have some fun as well.
All day long?
Well, I slept until lunchtime.
What do you want to drink?
Can you get me a beer, please?
Oh, a beer? It's like that today, is it?
Yes, it is.
Sure, let's have a proper drink then.
Where's little Danny?
He's been staying at my mom's place during the week recently. I sometimes don't even finish work until 9 p.m., you see.
Great. We can drink as much as we want then, can't we? Let's just stay here. I can't be bothered to go out looking for somewhere else.
That sounds great. The food here is pretty good as well, you know. You're still hanging in there then, I see. Can I ask you something?
Sure. What is it?
Do you think your parents would step in if they knew how you were living at the moment?
What do you mean?
I know I don't have a daughter, but if my daughter was living like you are now, I'd skin your husband alive.
She acts like such a silly little girl sometimes. She should sort out her own situation before saying things like that to me.
I know that you're secretly laughing at me right now.
I'm not, really. It's just that...
But this is a lot different to my situation. It's on a whole different level. If your wife is good at something, the husband gets twisted up in it like a beggar. You should just think of it as your destiny and get on with it. What on earth does he think he's saying? Has he lost it or something? Sorry, I really lost my temper for a minute there.
No, it's fine. I thought the same when I heard him say it, to tell you the truth.
We only broke up because of his family, didn't we? I didn't really have anything against him as a person. He was a pretty good husband, in fact, in every other way.
The two of you got on well together, didn't you?
It's not really that. It's just that I didn't have anything to complain about when it came to his ability, his duties, or his reliability. That's all. If you had in-laws like mine, you wouldn't have lasted a week. I can't really talk, I guess, but anyway. I bet most women would feel the same, too.
He's just so useless and lazy. He has no sense of responsibility, and I can't see a future with him. I've actually been thinking about divorce more and more recently.
This is just my opinion, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't let you divorce him.
Why? What do you mean?
This is still just my opinion, but if you and him divorced, he'd have no one to earn his living expenses for him. No one to clean the house, no one to get his dinner, and no one to do his laundry for him now, would he? I'm sure he'd hate the idea of divorce because it would mean that he'd lose all of that.
I don't know, really. If I asked him for a divorce, he might be really pleased. Who knows? There would be no one to nag him about playing games all day, and he could just get money from his mom anyway, couldn't he? He might be thrilled with the idea, because he wouldn't have me annoying him all the time.
You should just do it, I think. Let him mess up his own life and not mess up yours at the same time. You're really good at what you do. You don't need someone like him saying ridiculous things all the time and bringing you down with him. From what you've told me, he definitely doesn't seem normal, you know.
I was so shocked and surprised, you know. He was actually laughing when he said it all. It felt like the last of the feelings that I had left for him just melted away, and I actually felt quite disgusted.
Whitney, him acting like that and not even trying to be a decent working human being is just baggage to you. You don't need it. That's the most important thing, I think. He's going to be baggage to you for the rest of his life if you don't do anything about it. He hasn't been making any money or helping you with living expenses or anything for years now. He doesn't even help you with the cooking or housework, even though you're the one that's working and he just stays at home playing computer games all day. What is it exactly that he is doing in your household? What's even the point of him?
I guess he is coming to help me in the restaurant these days. That must be for our family.
Oh, really? He is such a family man, isn't he?
Stop being sarcastic. Do you think I want to have to put up with this all the time? I'm only living like this because I don't want to get divorced easily because I feel responsible for what my actions would mean.
I know. It's because of the responsibility you feel for your little family. I guess your husband could act like that. Just know this. He probably thinks that it's okay to act like he does because you are so kind and gentle and just put up with all of his nonsense.
I guess that might be it, listening to what you've said.
Anyway, there's something I want to tell you too.
What is it? Go ahead.
I've got back together with Danny's dad. We're going to try and make a go of it.
Wow, really?
I just couldn't do it.
What do you mean?
Even though it's said that people don't care as much about divorce these days, they seem to think that women that have been divorced are people that they can mess around with or something. That way of thinking makes me really mad.
What do you mean? What's happened to make you think like that?
There's just a few things that have happened at work.
Oh, I see.
My manager acted like that, you see. I didn't know what to do, so I ended up just quitting my job. I told my ex what had happened, and he went to find my manager and gave him a hard time. Anyway, I've quit.
I guess the two of you must still have had feelings for each other, even though you're divorced.
Of course we do. Anyway, we signed an agreement that he would stand up for me against his family, and agreed to give it another try.
I don't really know what to say to that. Congratulations?
Apart from anything else, Danny really loves having his dad back living with us. That on its own is enough for me. I'm really glad that I don't have to put up with that jerk of a manager anymore as well.
Why did you tell me that I should get divorced then, if it's been so hard for you?
There are a lot of good people in this world too, you know. The more I hear about your husband, the more he seems like someone with no staying power and no sense of responsibility. He's older now and has his own family too. If he's still like that even now, even if it's not an easy choice, I really think the divorce would be the best option for you.
How can you possibly tell me that you think I should get a divorce when you've just got back with the man that you divorced?
I think if I was still divorced, I'd maybe have actually told you not to do it, because you might have ended up like me. Now that I have got back together with my ex, I think I actually have more of a right to tell you that you should get divorced. I have experience in it, haven't I? It's not a matter of whether he's clever or not, or whether he's a good person or not. As you said before, he has no sense of responsibility, which might not have been too much of a problem if the two of you were just dating, but it means that he cannot be a good spouse or a good dad to any future kids you might have. That's the truth. You have your business now, and it's probably going to make you quite a lot of money, too. If your husband goes somewhere and rakes up a load of debt, it'll be too late for regrets then.
You're giving me goosebumps now. Where is he possibly going to go rake up debt? I'm working my fingers to the bone right now.
There are a few things that spouses can't overcome, One of them is cheating, and one is not trying. It's impossible to put up with those two things when you're a married couple, Married couples are like an economic union. You're only doing okay at the moment because you don't have any children to look after yet. Just think about this a minute. What if you have children and your restaurant goes bust? That'd be it for your family. You wouldn't be able to afford to live anymore.
Last Tuesday, when the restaurant was shut and I was at home trying to do all of the housework that I hadn't had time to get through during the last week, I really could have hit Zach, He didn't even lift a finger to help and spent the whole day playing computer games. Then he opened 3 huge packets of chips and started stuffing his face with them. He looks like he's 8 months pregnant, his stomach is so big. When I was vacuuming under the desk, he just lifted his feet slightly so I could do under them. I could have killed him. He also had 5 mugs left on his desk that he hadn't bothered to even put in the sink, let alone wash up.
I bet he'd be exactly the same even if the two of you had children. You'd be looking after them and working and doing all the housework, and he'd be sitting there playing computer games all day. He wouldn't take even a slight interest in their education or futures, and would only be interested in his games.
I feel exhausted just thinking about it,
The problem is, you can still play games and have a good job, and you can still play games and help around the house. You can look after a child as well. It's just that your husband doesn't do any of that. He doesn't want to work, and he doesn't want to do anything around the house either. All he wants to do is play computer games. I really don't understand why he decided to get married at all,
Zach, what do you want? What do you think about us getting divorced? What? Why would I want to do that? It's just that you're really busy lately, aren't you? It was cleaning day at the restaurant today, and I had to hire someone to help me because you went somewhere with your friends all day. It just made me think that maybe divorce wouldn't be such a bad idea. That's all. You have 2 people working for you already. What do you need me there for? You want a divorce just because I didn't help you clean the restaurant? I guess this is why they say that it's better for the husband if the wife doesn't have a job. It's not even like you're making a lot of money or anything. Even if I don't earn a lot of money, I'm earning enough for the 2 of us to live on at the moment. Our living expenses are all being paid through money I'm making at the restaurant. I don't think you even feel an ounce of responsibility for this family, and you're supposed to be the head of it. Do you really hate seeing me rest that much? So much that you want a divorce? The whole reason we're in this mess is because I decided that I'd let you rest for as long as you wanted to. It must be difficult for you to live with me like this as well. I'm always nagging you to work hard, aren't I? It must be hard for you as well, isn't it? You're very good at overrating yourself, Yes, I am. That's why I'm trying to talk to you about this today. Even if I divorce you, I can still make a living, can't I? Do you think I'm living with you because I don't have any money? To just feed off you like some kind of parasite? Bingo! You've hit the nail on the head there. Your mom is still alive, isn't she? Why don't you go and live with her instead? It'd be amazing. She wouldn't say a word to you even if you did nothing but eat trash and play games for a whole year. You'll never meet a wife that wouldn't say words like your mom when you play games for a year and don't earn a single dime. Do you really hate me playing computer games that much? Yes, I do. I hate them. More than that, I'm thinking of closing the restaurant. Why? What's wrong with it? The location is a lot more important than I thought it would be, you see. There are a lot of things to consider if you want to make it work long term, like what would happen when it rained or snowed, and if there are enough people living near to have a constant flow of customers. But I was convinced that I knew best and that I was good enough to make it work. But it doesn't seem to be any longer. My profits started falling a lot from about 3 months ago, you see. This is making it a lot harder to keep the restaurant going. This is what's happened, isn't it? You want a divorce because your shop was doing well, but now it isn't, and you sacked your part-time staff to try and save some money, but your useless husband wouldn't come and help you out. In all of the years that we've been married, I haven't received any more than a total of $2,500 towards our living expenses, you know? You quit your job after we'd only been married for 3 months. We went halves on it, paying $800 each for the first 2 months, and you gave me $900 once when you'd sold a secondhand car. That's all you have contributed in all our years of marriage. Do you have anything to say? If being a useless husband is grounds for divorce, then the opposite must be true as well, mustn't it? A well-earning husband can just ditch his wife for not making money. Is that how marriage works? How can you say such stupid and pathetic things? You really are too much. I thought the same right back when you asked me to make you a lunchbox when I was already getting up at 5 a.m. to make you breakfast before going out and working until 9 p.m. I think it'd be best for everyone if we just got a divorce. That'd be an impressive thing for you to do. It would be best for both of us. It really would. I've put the restaurant on the market. You've already done what you wanted to anyway, then. Why are you going mad about it like this when you've already made your decision? Going mad? Beating, going mad. You and your mom really are something else, you know. I just said that because I lost my temper for a minute. Don't do this. I'll help you with the restaurant from now on. I really will. I've been out a lot lately with the SNS group that I've started. That's all. Oh, so that's where you've been going all the time then, is it? Well, I have to do something so that I have some breathing space, don't I? Well, if you need to do SNS and play games so that you have some breathing space, we should get divorced and you should move in with your mom so she'll feed you and give you money and you can live freely doing exactly what you want. I'll help you in the restaurant properly from now on, I promise. Please, don't do this. Why do we have to get divorced over this? How can you bring it up so easily? I thought a lot about it because I thought it was a difficult decision. But now I think it's an easy one that I have to make. I understand that you're annoyed that your restaurant hasn't been doing so well for the last couple of months. Yes, you're right. I am annoyed about that as well. It's not that big a problem, though. We can just open it again in a different location, you know? You just need to choose a better location. Next to a famous coffee shop or bakery or somewhere like that. That's all. Even if the rent is a bit more expensive, let's move the restaurant to somewhere like that. I think this every time you say you're going to try something else. But you seem to think that running a business is really easy. We really aren't a good match for each other. I'm talking about this really seriously now. At the beginning, I was so excited to be making money that I just kept going, even when my body was clearly telling me to slow down a bit. Then after a while, all the tiredness I'd been feeling just crept up on me and my whole body ached. I didn't want to do anything. I'm going to divorce you, shut down the restaurant, rest for a while, and then start something new. If I close down the restaurant, you won't be able to look after me while I'm not working because you aren't working either, are you? Don't you think I'd just be a burden then anyway? Well, you could just not close down the restaurant then, couldn't you? That's not what matters at the moment. I really can't see a future for the two of us, no matter how hard I try. I can't keep living like this anymore. Let's break up. You have to have people passing and coming in and out all the time for your business to do well. No matter how much I hated Zach, I decided to give him another try as he was determined that he wasn't going to divorce me. He'd signed an agreement saying that he'd change from now on, and because he actually seemed to finally realize what it was that he had been doing wrong. To be honest, I think the main reason I gave in was because I lost my nerve. I was worried whether I could face being called names and treated different as a divorcee like my friend was. That was the thing that worried me the most. That was about 90% of the reason that I didn't want to get a divorce. However, this new changed man act did not last very long. After 1 month, the whole thing went down the drain, and in the midst of that terrible situation, we found out that Zach's blood pressure was very high. While he'd been playing games all day at home, he gained about 10 kilograms very quickly and his blood pressure became very unstable. He didn't tell me any of that, of course. The doctors gave him medicine to try to stabilize it, but those meds made it harder for him to fall asleep, leading to him playing computer games for even longer stretches. Even through all of this, he never once thought about taking care of himself or trying to get healthier. I think that if he'd moved a bit and lost the weight that he'd gained by spending all day eating and gaming, it would probably have returned to normal, you see. I decided to divorce him, as I'd lost all hope of anything changing. Aren't you going to tidy up? It's my room. What difference does it make to you? Tidy up all the things that you've dumped in the sink. I'll do it later. I need to use the kitchen, but I can't as your stuff is scattered all over it. Just wait like 10 minutes, then I'll do it. Why aren't you doing your laundry? I'm going to do it soon. It stinks, you know. If it's bothering you so much, you could always put it in when you do your laundry, couldn't you? Have you lost your mind? Why on earth would I want to do your stinky laundry? Either do it now or get out. I'm not going anywhere. Why should I? Why should you leave? We got divorced, didn't we? Is this house yours? Didn't we agree that I could live here until the beginning of next year in return for slashing your alimony payments? I can't live with Mom, not just the two of us. Why is that then? It's ridiculous for a man of my age to get divorced and move back in with his mom, isn't it? So what? We're just going to have to live here together until the beginning of next year. No way! Never. Well, there's nothing else I can do. I'm not leaving. I have nowhere to go. It must be impossible to find another person who is as much of a loser as you are. You cried and pleaded and caused so much fuss all through the divorce. Do you really have to be so annoying now as well? I've just about had enough of you. I didn't want a divorce, but I did what you wanted me to, didn't I? Can you not even cut me some slack? I told you I have nowhere else to go. I really don't have anywhere to go. We got a divorce so that you could live on your own and do whatever you wanted to, didn't we? It's a good thing. You should be thanking me, you know. Don't start. I wanted to protect our little family. No, that's not what you wanted to do at all. You just wanted to keep your housemaid so that you didn't have to do washing up and cleaning and laundry and other annoying things like that. Didn't you? I'm right, aren't I? You only didn't want to get divorced because that was more comfortable for you. I chose my husband really well, didn't I? How on earth did I get myself landed with a useless lump like you? I've really had it now. I can't take this any longer. Oh, hi, Mom. What were you doing? Just making some instant noodles. You don't have anything to say. What do you mean? You need to beat her to a pulp, that's what! Whitney? How? How dare she spread rumors of divorce around like she has? I just can't believe what she's done. She's really gone too far this time. She should be grateful that we even allowed her to marry into this family. We got her a huge apartment, too. She had the cheek to ask for a divorce. How dare she? Beat the living daylight out of her. You're divorced now. What are you scared of? Mom, you're being a bit too much now. Shall I bring you a baseball bat so that you can at least threaten her with it? I didn't put my heart and soul into bringing you up for some awful cow to divorce you. Beat her up. Thump her until she's half dead. What happens if she calls the police or sues me then? I'll sort it. I have a lot of money. We just have to come to some kind of agreement. That's all. Even though they didn't actually physically harm me, apparently they are under review for aiding and abetting. Sharon did, after all, tell her son to beat me to a pulp and to knock some sense into me on various occasions. I have a recording from the day that he came home telling me that his mom told him to beat me. I just happened to be filming my yoga routine at the time, you see. I wonder what punishment she is going to face in the eyes of the law. I'm going to see the lawyer in charge of the case about it tomorrow. Aiding and abetting is a very scary crime, you know. I'm not willing to settle this out of court with any amount of money. I did think about taking Zach's advice and to reopen the restaurant somewhere near a famous coffee shop or Subway where a lot more people would pass by for higher rent, but I am still in the same place as before for now. I think restaurants have times where they do really well and times when they don't do quite so well too. Now that the COVID regulations are less strict and people aren't so worried about it anymore, people have started coming to the restaurant both from near and far as they used to before. Now that I'm divorced, I don't feel an ounce of sadness or fear. In fact, I'm loving the thought of the new life I have laid out before me. I feel really excited and have butterflies in my stomach about what is to come. How did I not realize that being free from Zach and being alone would make me feel so lighthearted and carefree? Oh, I haven't told anyone about my divorce, by the way. Not even my friends. I've told them for now that my husband is working down in the countryside. To be honest, I don't think that whether I'm married or divorced has anything to do with anyone else. So I have no reason to have to tell them what has happened. There are lots of different people in the world after all. People who make the first move, people who don't, people who stand back, others who say nothing, and those who seem to say too much. I think it's important to know how to deal with all of these different types of people. Earning money is of course important, but I think reading people is possibly just as important. Why on earth did I marry that jerk, you ask? The truth is that if you are strong-minded and haven't been hurt, it doesn't make any difference what people say to you. Divorce is something that is difficult for people to understand, and not many people think kindly of it. That means it is better to tell only those that you really have to, and to use the situation to your advantage. That's why I told my friends that my husband was working out of town. I think the most important thing is how you react and whether you get hurt or experience negative effects from the situation. That is why I am going to focus on my mind and how I feel rather than anyone else. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.